We have this breaking news. New details in the deadly mass shooting in San Bernardino, California, as the investigation zeroes in on this man, Enrique Marquez. He could be indicted by the feds as early as today. Now, we knew that he had purchased the 2 rifles used by Syed Farook and his wife Tashfeen Malik to kill 14 innocent Americans and wound 21 others. But there's something more. Sharper evidence, obviously, if he may be indicted. What is it? Well, at this very moment, the Senate Intelligence Committee is on Capitol Hill heading into a classified briefing on the investigation. And the latest, FBI Director James Comey, just 2 hours ago, gave the same thing to the House. He briefed them. Congressman Frank LoBiondo, Republican from New Jersey and member of the House Intelligence Committee, just got out. He is joining us in front of our cameras. Give us the headline, sir, first off the bat.
Well, thank you, Liz, for having me on. Director Comey did come before the entire House of Representatives and give us a briefing. But typically speaking, the briefings before the whole House are not very informative. They're very guarded, and it's a lot different than when we're in the actual Intelligence Committee. So there wasn't a lot of new information that we received from this briefing this afternoon.
So nothing on Marquez, this man who may be indicted in just hours? Did his name even come up?
Yes, it did, and the director specifically said he would withhold talking about it because of the sensitive nature of the investigation and what may be coming, so he really shut down all questions relating to Marquez.
Well, okay, so was that frustrating for you, or did you feel that you were able to get more on the substance that could help you as lawmakers proceed?
Well, it was frustrating, but what was especially frustrating was how the wife, the female shooter in this case, was able to break through and get past all of our safeguards and get into this country when we know, and by Director Comey's admission, had been radicalized so far in advance. And a lot of questions were focused with no answers on how this was allowed to happen. And I can tell you there'll be a lot of attention paid on this in the future because this points to possibly a bigger problem that we may have here.
Congressman, do you feel as if you're, in a way, because this is the sense that we are getting, you're actually coming together on both sides of the aisle to demand answers on the process through which people are entering this country now? Have you been speaking more to Democrats to maybe perhaps link together and get a plan in place to prevent this from happening?
Oh, absolutely, Liz. And I think you could see by evidence of the visa reform vote that we had, I guess just a day or two ago, where there was a wide bipartisan margin that passed this bill. This is an indication of how people are coming together, of how Republicans and Democrats are understanding the problem, identifying the problem. We're hopeful that the Senate will understand it in the same way, but we're very hopeful the President will understand it and get it and actually do something about it.
Congressman, I'm a resident of New Jersey. You're a representative of New Jersey. Okay. Donald Trump had said that he had seen thousands of people in Jersey City dancing and celebrating after 9/11. No video has come out to show that, but what has come out is a lot of negative feelings toward Muslims that's been driven by, I hesitate to use the loaded word rhetoric because that means that it somehow is less valuable. But Donald Trump has put forth some very pointed plans, especially banning Muslim Americans or any Muslim from coming into this country based on their religion. You, as a representative, where I know in the state of New Jersey there's a big Muslim population, where do you stand on that?
Well, I just think Donald Trump went too far. You know, clearly we need to understand the problem. And clearly, these radical Muslim terrorists, we need to deal with them. We need them to keep them from coming into the country. But under Donald Trump's proposal, one of our most trusted allies, the King of Jordan, would not be allowed to come into Washington, would not be allowed to come into the Intelligence Committee, as he has done countless number of times, and share with us how he is helping to defeat ISIS and defeat these radical Muslim terrorists. And I just think that's going too far.
We really appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. And
okay.
You know, they've been echoed throughout the whole day from both Republicans and, of course, Democrats. But coming from the Republican side, it's a very, very interesting and powerful message. Thank you so much.